see a lot of my regulars here, and I am so grateful and very appreciative that you guys are continuing to support me. I hope I am making you proud, and I'm able to, give you some information that you can take away and live within your life. Also, I want to say shout out to Cookie Lady. Miss Cookie Lady supports me continuously. I did see her pop up. You guys, today, you won't see Miss Kiko, because Miss Kiko is actually asleep at my feet. Thank God. Miss Kiko is asleep. She's taking a little nap. And she was itching, and scratching. So I gave her a Benadryl. Don't tell nobody. Anyway, so she's resting here on this good throw, and she's going to have her a good time. Oh, we got the doctor in, so let's get him on. All right, it's waiting for Dr. Dave, the good Dr. Dave.
Hey, we finally got it, didn't we?
Right, we do. How are you? Good to see you.
I am great, beautiful. Great to be with you.
Thank you. It's good to have you. Listen, you have been extremely busy. You have been everywhere from the CNN to the this to that. I said, look at Dr. Dave in here chiming in with your expertise.
That's right. Getting the message out to the peeps.
Absolutely. So let me do this, because I know that you're a big deal to the world. And although you're my friend, you're a big deal to me. So I want to give you all credit that's due. And I'm going to read your bio, because, yes, I have people. My whole team put together a bio for you. Oh, and it's lengthy, honey. Okay. It's lengthy, but I'm going to make sure I read the most important parts, okay?
All right.
Dr. Dave is a board-certified cardiologist who focuses on preventing heart and vascular disease at the Piedmont Heart Institute in Atlanta, Georgia. He employs nutritional and lifestyle therapy, as well as non-invasive techniques. I have no idea what that means, but I guess you're going to tell us. And as needed, gold standard medical therapy to help prevent and treat disease. Dr. Dave, as he has been featured on numerous things, print and broadcast. You may have seen him on CNN, HOLN, NBC, ABC, CBS. Oh, you're very busy. Fox Chicago News, Weld MD, Live Well Network, Chicago Tribune, Essence Magazine, and now on live with the Kiana Dancing. Give it up for my friend, Dr. Dave Montgomery. Come on, y'all. Y'all know how we do it. Let's go.
What a welcome.
Where'd you go? I don't see you anymore.
I don't know. What's going on here? Here, let me...
I don't know. You switched the camera.
Work technology by now. Come.
Oh my God! You gonna work on the people's heart?
All those three-letter words. I can't even work the technology. Come on, what's happening?
Right. I want to make sure I mention this: that you are the executive producer and host of The Good Doctor, which brings health, motivation, and entertainment together seamlessly in this refreshing web series. I am very proud of you.
Thank you, Kiana. I appreciate you.
So let's get to it. I know you've been all over the place talking about COVID-19, and as you know, we are very, very scared because there's too many things. There's too many questions that are unanswered. Yeah. There's too many things that are not clear. So what are the most important things that we should know, maybe that you can share with us in reference to transmission? What should we be doing to protect ourselves? Yeah. And is it as bad as we think, Doc?
It is. I think, quite frankly, Kiana, it's worse than people think. And I know it sounds scary. I know I'm not a part of this big sort of fear-mongering thing. But what we're seeing is people dying. If you don't believe anything else, listen. I'm along with any conspiracy theorist, right? I'm one of the biggest conspiracy theorists amongst my friends and family. But let me tell you something right now. When you see folks dying the way they're dying, you know this is not a conspiracy. This is a real deal. So what I want people to understand are a couple things. If you don't have coronavirus, COVID-19, and let's be clear, coronavirus is the virus that causes COVID-19. If you don't have a coronavirus causing COVID-19, the only way you get coronavirus that causes COVID-19 is from somebody else. We got it? You're not going to get coronavirus from the dog and you're going to get it from somebody else. So it's either somebody is sneezing or coughing into your nose or mouth, or you picked up something off of a table, what we call fomites. You picked it off of a table, off of a book, off of a chair, and you put it in your nose, your mouth, or your eyes. So here's what we're trying to tell people. Whether you think it's a conspiracy or not, stay away from people, whether you think you have it or not. Your 6 feet is what we've been saying, but I tell people 10 feet is pretty good too. I want you to understand that if you're not covering your mouth and your nose, you can be exposed. Walking out into the park, you can be exposed. There are people who sneeze and cough. You can be exposed by somebody who talks. You know, the people have those wet mouths and they talk. You can be exposed, right? You know, we love people, but sometimes they sometimes they have saliva that comes out when they talk. And you can get the virus from things like that. So what we want people to do is not only stay, you know, keep your distance, but wear masks. I know that this is a different thing that we've been telling people. 2 months ago, we told people masks don't matter. Don't wear masks, right? Now we're telling people everybody should be wearing masks, right? You should be covering your face in some way, shape, or form. And I think people are not really listening to that. And that's what I want to get out to your listeners.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. This was my analogy.
Yeah.
And I don't know, and I'm no doctor. You know, I'm a comedian, but I got a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So when I was talking to my family, now you sweating, you all right?
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
Good...
It's just warm in this room. I'm trying to be away from the family so the kids not running around.
Okay, we don't want one of those. We've all seen
hot. It's on fire.
We've all seen the kids run in and the mama had to run and snatch them out. Okay, listen.
Yeah.
This is the analogy that I come up with, and it's not cute, but it makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah.
So all humans pass gas, right?
Yeah.
When someone passes gas, and it's horrible, I just want you to understand, follow me. Pass gas, you walk through it, you smell it, ooh, I know where it is, right?
Right.
The problem when people sneeze, it's in the air, it goes, and you don't know, sneeze doesn't have a color. It should not technically have a smell.
Right.
And then the same thing for sneezing and coughing. So when somebody sneezes or cough, you don't see it. You're walking through it.
Right.
So when I was explaining this to my cousins, I was like, hey, you should want to wear a mask simply because it has no color, it has no odor, and you don't know where it's been. It just, it just disappears into the air.
Yeah.
And then they were like, oh, that's nasty. Okay, listen, it may not have been a poor example as far as comparing gas to a sneeze, but they're the same bodily functions in a sense, right?
Yeah.
So am I off when I say that?
Well, I mean, you're the comedian, and so you get to say whatever you want to. Here's what I'm going to say. So you're absolutely right. If you cannot see it, it's what we call a silent, and this one's a killer, right? It's a silent killer. To your point, there are people who walk around and say, I'm good, bruh, I'm good. But guess what? You can't say that with any degree of certainty whatsoever. No matter how healthy you think you are, no matter how smart you think you are, this virus has shown to be what somebody called an equal opportunity infectious disease, that if it doesn't kill you, if you take it to your grandma because you went to the day party, it will kill grandma. And here's what I'm saying. The people who are out just sort of willy-nilly without any kind of protection, hugging and being all around each other because the restrictions have been lifted and not thinking about this, they're really thinking about themselves, Kiana. What they're not thinking about is when they take it home, they could give it to their 3-year-old. The 3-year-old may not have any symptoms whatsoever, Kiana, but guess what? The 3-year-old then goes to grandma's house. Right. And carries the virus to grandma. Grandma's gonna love all over this 3-year-old, COVID or not. And then grandma gets it. Now, and lo and behold, we're like, oh my God, grandma passed away. Yes. And what you don't know is that you gave it to grandma. Right. Because you didn't cover your face when you were out at the day party and you're hugging and kissing on a whole bunch of a demographic. Now think about this. The demographic that we're seeing out is a demographic who is doing really well from COVID-19. These are not the people that are dying on ventilators by and large. The people that are dying on ventilators are people who have a lot of pre-existing conditions and people who are over 65. But guess what you just did? You just became a spreader. You took that condition and you took it to your house. Everybody's got a house. And a whole bunch of people who are taking it to their house have a bunch of people in that house who then become spreaders, which is why the virus is continuing to kill people. So I love that you said that about grandma and different demographics living in the same house, because Black folks stay at home for a long time, honey. We stay at home, especially, I would say, people of color, period. Asian people, Hispanics tend to stay home a little longer. And sometimes, we don't, a lot of us don't put our grandma in the nursing home. We put her in the back room, but that's my that's my joke for the day. Right. But listen, I wanted to make sure that we address why it's affecting the African American community
so much more than it's affecting some of the other demographics and other races.
Yeah.
And what is, and you may not be able to answer this question, why is it such a struggle to make people put the mask on? Why do people feel like putting the mask is reducing their freedom? I don't understand. Like, why when we were asking them to put a mask on and people are so angry?
Yeah, no, I think it's twofold. I'm gonna answer the last one first and then hit the really important one. I think people think they are invincible. I think that's it. Because if you thought you were highly susceptible, you will wear a mask. In fact, you're not going anywhere.
Come on.
You wouldn't leave the house at all if you knew that you were as susceptible as you are. And if you are human, you are susceptible to this coronavirus. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm trying to make you aware.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? And so if you don't wear a mask, it's not just, liberties and freedoms and stuff like that. It's people walk out and they think it's just not going to happen to me. Yep, I see it on the news, but it's not going to happen to me. And that's not just with coronavirus. That's for people with high blood pressure, don't want to take the medicine, diabetes, don't want to take the medicine, don't want to go to the doctor and know they have it, which is one of the things that we're going to talk about in just a second, right? But it's coronavirus on caffeine. Folks just don't think, I am good, I feel great. They could have been a carrier and you feel great. Remember, some 15, 20% of people can carry the virus and have zero symptoms, none. Not these 9 symptoms people can't taste, they can't see, they can't, right? I'm talking about 0 symptoms, Kiana, none. And those are the people who are passing along. That's what I think is happening when people don't want to wear masks, right? And then the other part too is they don't look so cute with a mask. When I wear my mask, Kiana, I ain't cute to begin with, but when I wear a mask, boy, it's rough.
I mean, Doc, I know you got a wife, but she knows she got to catch over there. You old good black doctor. We like you.
Look, you see me on this IG live without that mask. Because I put on that mask, it's a different story. But so people just don't look as cute when they wear that mask, and that's a real thing, right? That's a real thing.
Let's vanity, okay.
Especially in our communities. The reason why it's affecting more Black people than other races is because of one thing. It's not because you are Black. Let's be clear. It is not because you are Black. It is not on the Black gene that you have more coronavirus. Let's not scare every person of African descent into thinking, oh my God, because I'm Black, I'm going to get coronavirus. It's the people who have more of the conditions that beat down the immune system. A virus gets defeated by your immune system.
Sure.
When your immune system is no good because it's fighting another war, when your army is deployed off on one side of the world, you can't beat somebody's coming into your own back door, your own front door. So when people have diabetes, for example, I use an analogy in my clinic. I use an analogy. If you're traveling on an interstate that you've never traveled before and you're going somewhere and then there is a blizzard, a snowstorm, how fast do you think you're going to go in that blizzard?
You're going to slow down.
You're going to slow all the way down, whether it is 12 noon or 12 midnight, right? You're going to slow down. And that car can't get to where it needs to go because you don't want to careen off the side of the road.
Sure.
Diabetes, uncontrolled diabetes is like traveling on that interstate in a blizzard, in a snowstorm. Your immune cells can't tell that they're supposed to go because they can't see. There's a whole bunch of sugar floating around. In other words, your immune system has been beat down by fighting blood sugar. So when you I had a young guy, he's 30 something years old, who just refused to believe that he had diabetes. His A1C, which is the number we use to check about diabetes, it should be less than 7 in diabetes diabetics who have control. His was 13. He didn't want to.
Oh, wow.
Right. These are the people who go on to lose their vision, lose their organs, right? Like kidney dialysis.
Feet and fingers.
And right. And he is somebody who we're really afraid of. If he got coronavirus, it's going to be one. And he's 30 something years old. He's going to be a 30 something year old on a ventilator, really fighting this thing. The other thing that I want to say is there is more asthma in people of color. And that might be a loaded sort of thing. You might say, well, why is there more asthma? Is it because you're Black? Is it because of the genes that make you your ethnicity? And the answer is no.
Right.
It's because many people are in regions of cities and areas where there's a lot of pollution and there's a lot of contaminants in the air, and you develop asthma. Now, there are some families, they have genes that kind of make them more susceptible to asthma and things like that, but there's more of that. And then there's more smoking of tobacco in certain populations. Right. And then there are more, people of color who live on top of each other. Yes. And when you live on top of each other, the ventilation in the places that in New York is a case in point, right? Right. A lot of people living on top of each other, and you're just spreading that virus around, right? There is no social. You can't distance when you live with 8 people, literally. Right. I'm not being funny. Right. You literally live with 8 people in a small apartment, and next door to you there are 6 people, and on top of you there are 5 people, right? Right. And the ventilation. Well, I don't know. What's the ventilation like? Is there ventilation? Is there even AC? Are there filters in the ventilation? Right. Probably not. Right. Probably not. Right. So we've got a whole bunch of complex things, both sort of socio-political, which I'm not an expert on, right? Right. And things that are just purely medicine. Let me get to this last piece because I know you want to ask another question. You got me started here. Right. Here's this piece that nobody wants to say, and I'm going to say it on your IG Live. And I trust you. To our people. There is a whole bunch of folks who still are using the excuse of the Tuskegee experiment and all these other things to not go and hire a doctor that they trust. Mm-hmm. Come on. We cannot keep using these excuses. I'm not going to, it's a conspiracy. I'm not taking the medicine. And let me tell you something right now. Those are the people, unfortunately, that are suffering really badly for this. Yep. Okay? If you have diabetes, take your diabetes medicine, especially now. If you have high blood pressure, take your high blood pressure medicine, especially now. Why? You don't want to end up in an ER because one of those is out of control, and then you get COVID-19 from the patient in the next day. Yep. Yeah. What bothers me most is what bothers me the most is, people believe in all these different conspiracies, and they're always calling out the Tuskegees and this and this and this. But then you run down to the hospital and you put pressure on the hospital. One, many of us don't have insurance because Obama, if you're self-employed or for whatever various reasons you don't have insurance, you are now putting this kind of pressure on the hospital system, which you didn't believe in because you thought it was a conspiracy. And it's way too many things. There's so many things that goes on in our community. I'm getting a rap sign, but I really want you, because you actually kind of touched on it, but the whole thing about us being Black, we can't get it. I think that was probably one of the biggest issues and biggest myths that could have been started, because there was actually people saying, oh, you straight, you can't get it. No. As long as you have blood and breath in your chest, you can get anything. Right. And I'm not a doctor, and I know that. Right. So I know that you have a lot of things that going on, and I want to give you the opportunity to talk to us about what you're doing. What can we do as viewers to support your initiatives in the community and also your podcast and things of that nature? Yeah, so, I think right now, because we are in the creative mode right now, and I appreciate the opportunity to kind of promote some things. Not yet ready for that, but stay tuned. Here's what I do want people to do. I want you to start making a plan now to go and get yourself checked for everything. I don't know politics, but I know prevention. I know medicine. And I want everybody under the sound of my voice who will ever listen to this to make sure they have a plan when COVID-19 has long gone by, to go hire a physician that they trust. If they don't find one that they trust, call me. I will hook you up with one. It might be me. This is not a shameless plug. What I want for our people is to find a place where they can go heal. That's what I want. That's what I want from this right now. That's why I'm doing this with you, so we can go and heal. And the way that you go and heal is you find healers. Right? You go find healers. So we have a clinic that is all about prevention. The name of my clinic is Prevent, like defense. It's not prevent. It's Prevent. Prevent Clinic. And Prevent Clinic is in Sandy Springs. If you go to my, IG, I'll have, a bunch of stuff there where you can click. The phone numbers are there. You can Google me. We're all over the place. If I'm not the place where you should be, I am happy to be a resource to get you where you should be, to get screened, to get checked. Do I have high blood pressure? this last piece was there was somebody who said, and I forget the exact percentage, but there was like 5 to 10% of people who were dying who didn't have pre-existing conditions. And my question to you is, how do some of them know? Because many of them haven't been to a doctor to know. Blood pressure doesn't give you it doesn't give you a symptom, right?
Right.
Sometimes pre-diabetes doesn't give you a symptom. And the only way for you to know is to go find a physician who you can get checked from. That's what I want people to do.
I appreciate that. To Wendy, and I really have to go because I'm getting screamed at, but I want to say this. To Wendy, 22, is asking, will you please explain what the difference between coronavirus and COVID-19? I know they're essentially the same, but explain it to the people who are not sure.
No, it's not the same. That's a really good question. So the virus is the coronavirus. And I want to be clear about this. This is not the first coronavirus. There are hundreds of what we call coronavirus. This particular virus, its full name is SARS coronavirus 2. The coronavirus causes coronavirus disease, or COVID. It's the coronavirus disease that started in 2019, and therefore it's called COVID-19. So the virus is called coronavirus. The condition is COVID-19, just like the virus that causes AIDS is HIV. The condition is AIDS. You get what I'm saying? So coronavirus, COVID-19.
I appreciate you so much. I know that we could literally talk forever. I have a million questions. I honestly think that my mother probably had it in January, and she was so sick. It was scary, actually. Yeah. And she went to the doctor multiple times, and they literally didn't know what's wrong with her. They tested her for strep, they tested her for flu, and it was negative, but never tested her for coronavirus. Yeah. And they kept saying, we don't know what's wrong with you, but go take this, take that. But she had fever and everything. Yeah. So she came home, we nursed her, and she still have a cough, and just she doesn't feel 100%, but it's at the point where I know something's not right. And then she wasn't tested, and now she doesn't have those symptoms, so they won't test her. Yeah. So there you are.
Right.
So
yeah. Well, I'll say this last piece. If it was really important for her to know, there is the antibody test that you can go to Quest Labs. There's Quest Labs all over the place. You don't need a doctor to send you give you an order. You can go and see, do I have the antibodies that suggest that I had COVID-19? And that might be something to do.
So does the antibody stay in your body for a long time? I thought they go away.
So we're learning about this particular antibodies, right? So we don't have that information yet, but they probably are going to last for somewhere like a year, if not longer, right? So it's not like some of the vaccines we got as kids, right? For the non-anti-vaxxers, right? We got vaccines as kids, and we still have immunity, right? We don't know if the infection of COVID-19 will have long-lasting immunity, or about the immunity at all. We're still learning about some of that stuff, but we can't tell if you've been recently infected within months, right? So that's
nice. She's listening, so she has that. So trust me, she's taking notes. Listen, Dr. Dave, I appreciate you. I love you. I pray that all is well with you and your business, and also your family. If ever is anything that I can do to help you, I'm one phone call away.
I appreciate that. I'm gonna take you up on that offer. Great to see you.
You and I know we'll run into each other eventually when the outside opens.
That's right. When it's open up safely.
Absolutely. That's right. Thank you. I'll talk to you. So, oh God, I forgot to ask you another question. Yeah. I got to ask you this one question. Yeah. Do you think Georgia has opened too soon?
I think that I want to be careful with this. I think that for people who are the most vulnerable, the directions are not clear. The people who are most vulnerable, we just talked about a whole group of them. They look like you and me. They happen to be of African descent. I think it's too soon to have this carte blanche, everybody go out. That's what I believe. Right. Yeah.
Right. I appreciate your honesty, and I'll be in touch. Okay.
All right. Take care now.
Talk to you soon. Bye bye. Hey, you guys. It's always to be able to pick up the phone and call a good friend, honey. I apologize. I know I ran way over. I'm getting screamed at, but listen, I want you guys to know I thought the information was very, very imperative and important. You never know what's going on from the medical side, because you don't oftentimes get the opportunity to speak to a cardiologist and someone that looked like me and you that we can trust. So I am grateful that he took the time out of his day, stepped away from his family, you guys, to actually talk to us. And I promise you, Dr. Dave is a reliable source. So I want to make sure you guys understand what we're doing. Now, coming on to the live right now, have any of you guys saw the Corona Man shorts? Has anybody seen it? Corona Man short is one of those things. It reminds me of very oh my God, I forgot the name of the movie, but we all seen it, honey, when the man was going under and we was like, these white people gonna kill you, be careful. But yes, he is a filmmaker, and he's very, very, very talented, this young man. Actually, we were supposed to work with each other a couple months ago, and we never got the opportunity to do so, but I'm super excited that he is here to hang out with us today. Bobby Huntley, let me see if I can get him on the live right now, came up with this idea to talk to us about, to create this short about Corona. Hey!
Bam, I made it.
I did, you did, and I'm so sorry I had to push you back, but we had the good doctor on, and I
Oh,
wanted to
no.
make sure we get all that information. I'm hoping that you were able to pull some information from him, because you are Black and I'm brown too. You hear me?
Oh, yeah, I was learning so much. I didn't know the difference between Corona and COVID-19. So, yeah, I learned so much. That was
So let
great.
me read your biography, because I know you've been very busy and you're doing big things, honey. You
Oh,
blew
yeah.
up on the scene real quick, and you know you never know what it's going to be that's going to take you to the next level. Correct?
Correct.
So let me read it. Bobby Huntley is a director, producer, writer, and editor who began his journey as a filmmaker at the age of 10. His intense passion for the arts and creativity has captured audiences with each new film. He specializes in striking visuals and period pieces done with little to no budget and resources. Come on a budget.
Come
Okay.
on.
His previous background as a professional editor allows him to know exactly what's needed to effectively save time and resources. He continues to grow his brand and is supported by independently by touring the country with his award-winning projects. Ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are and whoever you're doing it with, I want you to put your hands together for Mr. Bobby Huntley. Come on, y'all. Yay! You toasting this, what is this, Cinco de Mayo? Well, this is what I'm drinking. Water. All right, so let's
It's
talk
just,
about it.
this is
So
ginger ale.
tell me, how did you come up with this idea? You know, Bobby, you know, I know your products. I've seen some of your projects. I actually was very, very impressed with them. But
Thank you.
how did this Corona Man idea come up? And how did, you know, the actors were phenomenal. So talk to me about where it came from.
Well, it's based off of the Candyman trailer by
Uh,
Jordan
okay.
Peele and Nia DaCosta, and it's brilliant. And I actually did a spoof of the other Jordan Peele movie, Get Out and Us, last year.
That's what I was thinking about. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I took the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and put it in that world with the original Aunt Viv coming back to the house to see the second Aunt Viv. And that went viral last year. So when the Candyman trailer came out a couple months ago, I was like, yeah, I got to do it again. And I
Right.
was just waiting for the perfect time, perfect opportunity. And so when the Corona thing first happened, in March, I was thinking about it then, but something about it didn't seem right. It didn't feel right. I don't want to come across like taking it too lightly or making fun
Sure.
of it and all these, the death tolls was going up and up and up. And so God said, put it down. So I put it down. And then
Come on,
when,
believer. Come on,
come on
believer.
now,
Okay.
for real. So, it felt self-serving to me because I was like, oh, see what I could do. And it was just not the time for that. And
Right.
when word came out, I guess like a week ago, that the governor was opening Georgia back up. And then, of course, our
Mhm.
mayor, Keisha Lance Bottoms, she was just, you know, stepping
Mama
in.
said no. We can't
Essentially,
go out.
yeah, right. So it was like, and then seeing how, um, our people, and the public at large was feeling about it, and how it didn't feel right, and it just got this urge to, like, as an artist, use your voice to help uplift and support our mayor,
Sure.
and do what you feel is right. So that happened on Tuesday. I'm sorry, Monday. Tuesday, Wednesday, I reached out, got my actors, my team, my crew, and we shot it Thursday, going into Friday morning, and then we put it out Sunday.
So, I always ask everybody the same question, who I know are creative. And the reason I do that, because I love to see your source and how are you dealing. So as a creative, I'm a stand-up comedian, and this is what I've created to kind of function under in the quarantine space. How are
Good.
you outside of this staying creative insane?
To be honest with you, this was extremely difficult uh,
Mhm.
for me, where I was actually extremely depressed and highly anxiety and all these things when this first happened. One of the issues was, the project we talked about. I finally did get backing for it, and we were scheduled to finish my film on the 21st of May that weekend.
Hmm.
And of course, you know, a week before I had to cancel everything. So it was like, we were so close because you know how long and how
Right.
hard we've been going towards to get that
Right.
movie.
Yes.
And then this whole thing, everything that was going on in the world, it felt like the world was ending. What's going on? This doesn't make sense. It seems like a real
Right.
bad movie that we're all a part of that we can't get out of. And
Right.
when you feel so out of control, it just takes you to a very, very dark place. I was in a very dark place for a while. And then you're seeing all these memes talking about, as an artist, when this is all over, we're supposed to come out with 50 scripts and have this done and have that done. And so it just took a while for, you know, God to really get in my spirit and just sit me down. And he did. It's like, just be still.
Hmm.
Don't worry, it's coming. So be still. So I had to first be confident and comfortable enough to sit there and not do anything, not try to come up with anything this like that. And
Right.
then eventually opened it up and literally changed my world a whole week later. Like my life is completely different right now.
And that's the blessing in all of this, the silver lining for you. It's funny that you even
For
say
sure.
that because I was hearing the same messages, but I actually was ignoring them.
Mm.
And the one message that
Yeah.
I heard very clearly, and I posted on my Instagram a couple of weeks ago, right when it started, sit still and stay in the light. So I had to remind myself that everything has its timing. And God, as we know, as a believer, you know that God will push you when you need to be pushed. And he will whisper and tell you do it, or he will tell you to sit down. You know
Right.
how daddy would do. He'll say, be still, and you better listen. And then when
For
you
sure.
sat still, look what he did. He opened the door because the opportunity was right for you at that moment. So I'm so
Hmm.
glad you listened and you was obedient enough. I hate that you had to go through the depression part because you know sometimes as creatives we get in a place where we actually need other people around us because that can be a challenge.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm happy that you were able to find yourself in the midst of that quietness because you know, even me, it can be, oh, it's too quiet. You know what I'm saying? It's like you start processing your thoughts. You're like, who is this person? What's on? Who is that?
Yeah.
So I always say I have two things sitting on my shoulder. I have the devil and the angel, and that's a real thing for me. The
Hmm.
angel will tell the devil something, the devil will tell the angel something, but they both talking to me at the same time.
Yes.
And I suffer from something. This is a tidbit about the Kiana Dancy that you guys probably would not know. I cannot multi-hear if that's a thing.
I feel you. I'm the same way.
I can hear
Okay.
one thing at a time. So if there's more than one person talking to me at a time, I can't hear. So
Hmm.
understand what I'm saying to you. You hear what I said? I can't multi-hear. So if the
Right.
devil is talking, I'm not gonna hear the angel.
Right.
If the
Yes.
angel is here is talking, I'm not gonna hear the devil. So I have to discern. Shut up, devil. You understand what I'm saying? So I would
Mm-hmm.
tell you, and I promise you, what I want you to know is that everything is perfect timing for you. I'm
It
so
is.
proud of you, and even with your project being, you know, quote unquote funded and greenlit and set aside. Guess what? Why is that? Because it wasn't the right time. Just
Yo,
hold
so
on.
wait. So my friend Erin, who was actually in the project Corona Man, she's the one that was like, don't say that. She's my heart. She sent me a message like, you know why your movie got postponed was because it needed to be on a bigger platform, and Corona Man made
Mhm.
that platform.
Yep.
And I was like,
Yep.
so
Yeah. Because
yeah,
God will. Ooh, I can't get into all that because you know Nicole hollering at me because I went over. But I can't get into
yeah,
all of that. But I'm gonna tell you, God will always put you in position. Listen.
for
And
sure.
timing is everything. Even when we feel like we deserve and we should, and why don't I? And how come I haven't? Are you crazy?
Right, yeah,
Listen. Sit
yeah.
still and stay in the light. So you have all these amazing things about to unfold for you. What can we do to support you and your initiatives?
Number one, stay safe
Yes.
because we need y'all
Don't die when my
alive.
project come out.
Right, come on, we need y'all alive. You know, just I mean, I'm already feeling so much support, and because I always wanted that's always been my dream to touch the people, and they're being touched by my work, and that's just a huge blessing, and a lot of doors are opening up for me. So, yeah, I just want to continue, you know, doing things for y'all, and you know, have y'all like it and support it. So, I mean, follow me, B Huntley Films, and just you know, stay in contact and stay close, and for further developments on you know my career and projects I'm going to be putting out really soon.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate you coming on live with Kiana Dancy. Let me tell you this. You are welcome anytime. You have a home here. Yes, we will eventually work together. I actually just
Hey.
spoke about you to Rushion McDonald, so he's looking forward to an opportunity to speak to you. He was like, that was the guy. I was like, that was the guy. So we'll get you in
Nice.
the room, and I'll make sure that you have a seat at that table. I'll
Beautiful.
talk to you
Thank
very
you.
soon. And again, if you need anything, don't hesitate to call.
No problem. Thank you so much. God bless you and your family.
Thank you. Same to you. You take care, hon. Bye-bye.
All right.
Hey,
Bye.
guys, when I tell you, you never know. I keep trying to tell you, I have friends on every corner of the planet doing amazing things, big things. It's so cool to be able to talk to people about their timing, because we always feel like it's not going to never happen for me. And look at God. God will always figure out a way. And as he will, as he done for him, he will do for you. Okay. I got my boy. Hey. This is a very busy day today, honey. Good to see you. Okay, we're gonna go through all the we're just gonna get straight to your bio because I had you waiting. And I want to talk about all these fantastic things that you got on. So got going on. Roxy is a professional baseball player. Okay. Turned DJ and radio personality. Roxy, aka known as Rocky Turner, has a heart for motivated people to stop making excuses and getting it done. I saw you training your boy. I see you in the backyard, big old backyard, by the way. His passion for giving back has led Rocky to create many initiatives, including Stomp Wars, the nation's largest youth step competition, Dream Job Freedom, an organization that has helped thousands reach their goal of finding a dream job, and Rock Team, a youth program that continues to serve thousands of youth. Let's talk about, first of all, welcome all the ladies and gentlemen that's on the live right now. Make sure you welcome Mr. Rock T. Come on, y'all.
What up? What up? What's up, guys? I appreciate you.
Now, I skipped over the fact that you have a perfect pair, a podcast with your wife called The Perfect Pair.
Yeah.
And I want to get into that because it ain't easy to work with your lady every day.
You know what I'm saying? You know, it's funny because we cracked a joke with each other the other day. You know, we were sitting in the bed and we looked at each other and said, you know what? During this quarantine time, you know what? I guess we actually do like each other. Because we haven't ran each other out the house yet or whatever.
Right.
But no, man, yeah, we have a podcast together. It's called The Perfect Pair Podcast. You can check it out anywhere that you listen to podcasts, so you can go to perfectpairpodcast.com. And the reason why we started it was everybody just assumed and thinks that Crystal and I are a perfect pair. Like every time they see us around, it's like, you guys are always happy and laughing and blah, blah, blah. And we're the first to tell you guys that we are far from being perfect, but we discovered that we are perfect for each other. And
that's all that really matters if you're perfect for each other. She get on your nerves, but not enough not want to be there.
Come on now, preach it.
I can't stand you. You hungry?
No, but
so I want to talk about, because you know you are a radio personality on the Ricky Smiley Show. Just I would love to know, how did it feel when you got that call? Because anybody in the world would love to get a call from Ricky Smiley and say, hey, you want to do my radio show? And then we'll circle back about everything else that you're working on.
Oh no, it was about 15 years ago, because I was in radio about 6 years at the time. And it was funny because Steve Harvey just shifted gears. And when he left Dallas to go to LA to do some other things with his career, he recommended Ricky Smiley to take over his morning show slot. So when Rick came to Dallas, I was already on Dallas doing Dallas radio, and we got introduced. He found out I knew a lot about sports. He's like, yo, I love that guy's energy. I want to be on my morning show. So he asked me to be on the show. He said, Rock, I want you to be my sports guy, blah, blah, blah. So that's kind of how it all started. And man, 15 years later, we still rolling.
You know, I love the fact that you, I want to talk to you about sports, because I know that you know that sports is definitely going to be different with this new Rona. So how are you, in your perspective, in your opinion, thinking that we're going to adjust? Because sports is all about the energy, having people in the space, in the stadium, and, as you know, playing baseball. What can we expect from sports now moving forward with Rona in the air?
Yeah, it's going to be tough, man. I got two options and two theories in my head. One, they're not going to be able to pack these arenas in these stadiums because of the corona. And even when the vaccine comes to resolve corona, I still don't think there's going to be a lot of people just rushing to these stadiums and arenas, because there's still going to be a little fear in everybody as well. So some of the rumors that I've heard, that if a stadium holds 10,000 people, if an arena holds 10,000 people, for a basketball game. They're probably going to only allow 2,500 to 5,000 in the arena, and they'll separate them. You know, put 2 or 3 seats in between each and every one of them, whatever. The other piece is the television part. You know, UFC has already started cranking up. You know, they're going to start their fights. Nobody's going to be in the arena, but you can watch it on pay-per-view. You can watch it on television. You can watch it on ESPN or whatever. So they're going to start slowly but surely cranking up the sporting events again, but you're not going to see these big old huge crowds like we did in the past. Now, I'm guessing it'll probably be about 2 years before the normalcy starts.
2 years?
Yeah. Yeah, about 1.5 years, 2 years, and we'll start having packed arenas. But then again, look what just happened. They opened up all these states, and everybody is out and about like nothing has happened. No masks, nothing. I'm like, really?
And folks sick because
my goodness.
We're going to expect the spike. I refuse to believe that that's not going to happen. It's definitely coming. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to be a part of it at all.
No.
I'm not playing. I'm staying at home out the way. Look, in my mind, I don't have to touch another comedy club, but I'll go to a stadium because I would never have to touch people. When I'm in a stadium that got 10, 15,000 people, I show up with a face mask on and tell my jokes and go home.
That's it.
So I know that you are a writer. You have a book called No Excuses, Get It Done. I'm very curious to hear about that. And, you know, let's talk about how we can, what is the taking point, the parting points that you want people, when they read this book, they buy this book, what do you want them to take away?
Exactly what you just said, the title. Stop making excuses on why you can't succeed in life and find solutions on how you can, period. That's my life motto. No excuses, get it done. We got 2 things that always get in our way of achieving success, achieving our goals, and it's fear and doubt. And we put both of those things inside of ourselves. We like to point fingers and blame other people and blame our circumstances, but at the end of the day, it's fear and doubt. One, we come up with great ideas. We want to be entrepreneurs. We want to start our own businesses, but then we'll make 10 or 15 different excuses over here on why it won't work, just because maybe your friend or your mom or your co-worker told you it was not going to work.
Or you tried and you failed and then don't want to do it again.
Come on, man. Listen, you're never going to finish a race if you don't start. You know what I'm saying? And but the book in general is pretty much just teaching people. I share my story because I was that person. I was the person that was always blaming other people on why Rock T hasn't succeeded in any of his goals. I was always making up excuses on why. You know, because of where I lived, because my coach didn't give me an opportunity to play a lot, because I didn't have an investor invest in my company and my ideas that I wanted to start my own business. I'm making all these excuses up, and I finally had to stop and say, man, I'm the one that control everything. You see, I can't control what other people do or say, but I can control what Rock T does and say.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so it's pretty much just conquering that mental paralysis. That's pretty much summing up what the book is all about.
And it's on Amazon.
Oh, absolutely. You can get it anywhere. Bam! There it is.
All right, I'm about to get one of them books. I want mine directly from you with an autograph from my little brother. You hear me?
I got you, man. Amazon.
And it better not be $100 copy.
I got you.
Wait, did you hear I said it better not be $100 copy?
Oh, no. You straight. It's coming straight. Okay. All I need is an address.
Say it again?
All I need is an address. I got you.
Perfect. So your National Stump War Step Competition and Movement. Now, we just addressed the fact that things are changing with people gathering in groups. So do you foresee that being affected based on the Rona and the new status of our society?
Absolutely. Stump Wars, man, we had to postpone it this year, of course, with Corona. It has, we're blessed to be the largest stepping movement in the entire country. This would have been year number 14. So we postponed it to October, but because of what's going on, I'm gonna stay optimistic about everything. But the odds of it happening in October in an arena that holds 6,000 people, because it packs 6,000 people every single year. So what we're doing, and I can't give you all the details yet because it's a big surprise. Okay. But we got a huge Stump Wars activation / competition / challenge / just keep on adding all those kind of words to it, coming real soon. We're going to be making a big announcement probably within the next 2 weeks. All right. Okay. I will let you know this. There's a television show coming as well. We're going to tell some of these phenomenal stories of these phenomenal steppers that come from these inner city areas where stepping is the only positive thing that's in their lives. We're so thankful and blessed to be able to help 10,000 high school kids graduate high school through this Youth Stepping Stomp Wars movement over the last 13 to 14 years. So yeah, so big announcement coming soon. Just get to stompwars.com and follow Stomp Wars USA on Instagram for more information about that.
I love that. I love that you're so active in the community. We don't oftentimes highlight our Black men who are doing amazing things in our community, and then specifically husband and wife who are doing great things in the community. So I congratulate you and your wife and your team, because I know behind every good Black man, there's a good Black woman, whether it's mama, wife, or whoever.
You know it. I call my wife upper management.
Come on, upper management. Right. So, you know, I'm already getting the signal to wrap, but I want to say this. I want to give you the opportunity, because I know you have so many things going on. You are doing so many amazing things in the community, but what I would like for you to answer directly is, how can we specifically support your initiatives? I know you say go to the website, go to buy the book, but what do you need from us to support you and what you're doing?
Man, just keep doing what you're doing. You know, at the end of the day, when we continue to add value into other people's lives, using our platforms, using our mediums, just being positive, and just you know, I want to challenge your viewers to become mountain climbers. And what I mean by being a mountain climber is, you know, don't let adversity make you stop. Don't let a struggle make you quit. And when you think of a mountain climber, what do they love doing? They love climbing mountains. You know, the heavy backpack, possibly running out of food, possibly running out of water, you know, climbing up the mountains, getting scratched up on all the trees and the branches. And, you know, it's nothing but turmoil and struggle when you're trying to climb a mountain. But at the end of the day, when you get to the top of that mountain, it's paradise. When you get to the top of that mountain, man. So, you know, just keep doing what you're doing, you know, Kiana, and everybody out there, man. Just, if you can help somebody, you know, put your problems aside and go help somebody else. By the time you get back to your problem, you didn't forgot about them. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I would like to add to that, because as a mountain climber, I would never, you know, it's funny that you use that analogy, because I have another one. When I was in a relationship, it wasn't a horrible relationship, but I didn't leave because I was so busy looking backwards at how much time I spent, opposed to looking forward at how much time I would waste. And as a mountain climber, where you walking and hiking up that mountain, you know, we have the tendency to try to look back how far we came, you know what I mean? And for a mountain climber, that's a good thing. But don't forget to look forward at what you're about to accomplish. Have your flag and put it on the top of that mountain and say, I accomplished this, and don't worry about how far I came, because I have made it.
Man, we say it all the time on the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. Hey, the windshield of your car is bigger than the rearview mirror for a reason. Okay?
Absolutely.
Let's go.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Listen, I love you and I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and being patient with me today. We ran a little bit behind because we had the good doctor on, honey. We had to get all that good information.
Oh, yes.
So if ever you need to come back onto the show, let us know. You know, as you know, I got the good Nicole, or just send me a message or call me. I'll send you my phone number. But I am here for anything that you want to get out to the masses. And again, I thank you.
No, you're welcome, and thank you very much. And everybody, if you're a couple, and if you're not a couple, if you're single, whatever, go check out the Perfect Pair Podcast with my wife and I. PerfectPairPodcast.com. Anywhere that you listen to your podcast. If you listen to one episode, you're gonna be hooked, because my wife is crazy in a good way. She's crazy, but in a good way.
You need a crazy woman in your life. You're too light skinned with pretty eyes. You need a crazy woman. What's her name again?
Crystal.
Crystal, we salute you, sis. We with you. If you need somebody to help snatch them up, we got you. We're a nation of crazy Black women, okay? Thank you so much. I'll talk to you soon.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Absolutely. Bye-bye.
All right.
Hey, guys, when I tell you, and I keep saying the same thing, I have so many fantastic guests that comes on to the show. Shout out to Rock T. Holla, and also Bobby Huntley, and also the good Dr. Dave Montgomery. It was one of those days, honey. It was... What can you say? You got information. You got more information and more information. You never know who's going to be here on the live. Now, tomorrow, we got my girl, Eve. Who's that girl? So tomorrow, make sure you check us out. But it's on a special time, you guys. Special time. Eve will be here tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. because she is 5 hours ahead of us in London. So you make sure you show some love. Come not only set your timer, set your notifications. I need you to share this live. Tomorrow, 2:30, she will be here. Thank you to Wendy. I appreciate you. I love you too. Somebody said they missed me and love me on Sister Circle Live. I miss you and I love you too. Shout out to my sis, Talk for Girls. I appreciate you. I love you and I miss you. Author Avery Washington, thank you. Listen, you guys. So I told you tomorrow EVE is there. It's going to be on the show. Guess who's here on Thursday? Guess. Dougie Fresh will be in the building. And then on Friday, we have Sunshine Anderson. So don't forget it. Don't forget to be on the show. 8 p.m. every day for the regular show. But tomorrow, 2:30 p.m., we will have the one and only EVE. So set your timers and your notifications. Come see me. Shout out to my baby mama that just popped in, 2-time princess. Hey, girl. Now, when I say baby mama, she had my baby. She had her baby, which is my baby because I don't have a baby. Anyway, so 73 hair diva? Hey, girl. Now, listen, I got to get off because this thing will cut off on me. You know I hate it when it does that to us. So I love you. I miss you. Wherever you are and whoever you're doing it with, know that you are not going through this thing alone. We are all in this thing together. Remember, all you have to do is pray. When you feel like you're down on your luck and you don't have a clue, honey, call somebody. Pick up the phone, send me a message. I got you. I will respond. It is me. I run my social media. And I want y'all to know that I will always be here. Again, we're here Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. And then on Sunday, we have Celebration Sunday. Celebration Sunday is where you can come and get your praise and worship. Last week, we had A.R. Bernard. Yes. This week, I think we have... I made that face because I'm not sure. I think it was James Fortune, but I'm not sure. I don't know. Nicole, chime in real quick and tell me who won here this week. Listen, I gotta go. It's giving me the countdown, and I don't want it to cut off. I love you. I don't know who you with or who you're doing it with, but wherever you are, be safe. This is your girl, D. Kiana Dancy, and I'm here every day. I'll see you soon. Be careful. Stay away from Rona. Bye, y'all.